listening to Ambitious AF, a podcast that will help you level up, find positivity, and put yourself on top right now and every day for the rest of your life. I'm your host, Caroline Lewis, and each week I will bring you a guest or thought that will motivate you to get out of bed every morning with the willingness to succeed. Being ambitious means you are proud of who you are and everything you've accomplished. Only you can make that happen, though. But with the help of this podcast, you will rise to the top. You will find success. You will believe in yourself and manifest happiness. And most importantly, you will become ambitious AF. I know you are eager to begin, so let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Ambitious AF. So before I dive into today's episode, which I know you're going to love because it's all around manifesting more money and just capulating that money mindset, right? So that's what we're about to be talking about here on the podcast. But I wanted to ask a favor from you all first. And that favor is to please go rate this podcast. So I am obviously trying to grow it so I can reach and inspire more people across the world, but I'm not able to do that until you rate and review this awesome podcast. And you don't even have to give it full stars. Just give me your honest opinion, rate it what you see fit. Give a comment, and honestly, it would just help me out so much, and I would be truly grateful if you could just take 30 seconds to do that. Okay, that's it. Happy Wednesday. We are back with another solo episode, and like I said, we are going to be talking about money mindset. So I am starting for the second time the book, The Secret. The book, The Magic, which is based off of The Secret. And it is a 28-day gratitude guide to really just bring in so much in your life, right? Power of gratitude. If you don't believe in it, it means you're not doing it. And the power of gratitude is real. And gratitude comes a lot from or associates with manifesting, right? Because when you show gratitude for everything, like the littlest objects in your life, you're actually going to manifest more of them because you're thankful for them being there, which is essentially telling the universe, hey, this is really important to me, and I would love if you could give more back, right? Same thing with money. So I know we've talked about money on this episode and I've had some interviews around it, but I'm just here to remind you, money is just energy. And when we are in a state of stress because of our income, you are only doing yourself more harm than good, because you can be super stressed, not having money coming in, but because you're stressed, and because you keep thinking of, I don't have money, instead of I have money, the universe is going to continue not giving you money. No matter how hard you work, no matter how many extra hours you put in, there's always going to be something that keeps happening, which is draining your financial state. Because money is energy. And when you're saying, I don't have, you're energetically telling money, I don't have you, right? I don't have you. So why do I deserve you? Okay. And that is what a lot of these mindset coaches, inspirational coaches, money coaches, a lot of them talk about this, because when you are in this stressful environment, when you're asking yourself about every single purchase and you're just like nitpicking everything because of lack of financials, it won't get better. And I'm here to reiterate that it won't get better, right? You won't see that financial freedom until you shift your money mindset. And that's why a lot of people talk about money mindset. So A Happy Pocket Full of Money is a must read for sure. And he says that you should be doing a little money dance. I love money and money loves me. I always know when people read A Happy Pocket Full of Money because they always do that little saying, I love money and money loves me. Because in reality, that's how you have to approach finances, right? You're not just waiting for Friday to roll around to get your paycheck. Or if you are a business owner, you're not counting every single, and I almost picked up my phone to show you, but you can't see me. You're not counting every single client call that comes in. Oh, that's money, that's money, that's money, that's money. That's not the mindset we want, right? Every time you make $1, every time you make a penny, you need to be grateful for that penny coming into your life, because the more gratitude you show towards things that you're purchasing, the more you will start manifesting. Because in fact, when you take a second to celebrate the income coming in, you pay attention more to what's going out. So you're not obsessing over it. You're not, like I said, nitpicking every single purchase you make, because that's unhealthy as well. But when you have gratitude coming in, you have gratitude going out. So when you're buying things, you're also having gratitude when you bring in money, you also have gratitude when you buy things and release your money, right? So for example, I just got a client and she paid me great money. So grateful for this client, right? So I do my gratitude practice. Thank you so much for blessing me with this amazing client and her paying this amount, right? Now I go and I buy a matcha latte because I love matcha lattes, especially midday. So I go and buy a matcha latte. Now, instead of me saying, oh, I just made all this money, I can go buy anything I want, right? We don't think like that. I say, oh my gosh, even though this matcha latte is only $3 or whatever it is, I am so grateful that I'm able to afford this, because some people can't afford a matcha latte randomly on the whim, right? Some people can't afford to live your life, even if you think financially your life sucks, right? So you always have to think, you affording these things, you're way up there. You are so high up there. So you show gratitude. And when you go to check out, you tip the person behind the counter, showing gratitude in her life, as in, thank you for being here to serve me my matcha latte, right? We don't ever think out of greed. So reverse the situation. So here I am, and I've been just going crazy all week trying to get all these sales calls, and I'm getting them, and I'm very pushy and I'm forceful, because all I'm thinking about is you owe me money, right? So you as a client, you are only there to pay me, right? That's not the mindset we want, but I'm doing an example. So this money comes in, and for some reason, the client pays you, even though you're pushy and probably don't deserve it. And then you get in that same mindset and you go and you buy like a freaking Mercedes, even though you're still in debt, right? So you're like, oh, I just got all this money from a client, and you don't show any gratitude for it. And you go to the dealership and you're like, just give me the Mercedes, blah, blah, blah. I just want to be cool. I'm just going to waste my money away, right? Well, that type of situation, you're proving to the universe that you aren't grateful for money coming into your life. So why should you deserve more of it? Hence why you're in debt, right? So flip the situation. No matter how small the amount is coming in, you need to take a second and appreciate it, right? You need to pat yourself on the back and say, dang, girl, good job, right? You need to celebrate. I don't care if you found a penny on the ground. You need to celebrate this. You need to celebrate, and you need to show gratitude towards it, because money is energy. So when you are thinking in this state, you're naturally going to just receive more of it. And I am an amazing example of this, because after my mom passed away, I was in such a mental funk, very dark time in life, and I just hated everything. And I was so stressed about money, because I was like, here we are, my mom's not around, what the heck? Like, how could my life get any worse? And now I'm in financial distraught because I don't even know if I can afford my mortgage this month, right? That was literally me. Like, I was calculating, do I have enough in my banking account to pay for this house? And I didn't even realize why or where my money went, but I was just so pissed off at the fact that I was not making the money that I knew I should be making for myself, right? But instead of me waking up and looking around me and showing gratitude still for the fact that I'm living, for the fact that I have a house, for the fact that I can afford, barely, but I can afford water and electricity and things like that, I was just super ticked off, right? So the money did not get any better until I, right, found my mentor and I found my group of people to surround me with all this positive energy and making all these recommendations like I'm making to you now on, hey, you can have complete financial freedom, but you've got to shift your mindset first, because you can be working so hard. In fact, I remember them saying, like, I bet you are working harder than you ever thought and you're just like so drained, but you're wondering why you're not making money, right? And I was like, yeah, this is bullcrap. And they were like, you can't think like that, right? So they go over essentially the same thing that I just told you, so I'm not going to repeat it, but they talk about this money mindset, and then they had me read The Magic. And then they had me read A Happy Pocket Full of Money. And at first I thought it was total BS because, right, I was still an angry, miserable person. So I didn't really believe a lot of things could help me. I was just thinking like, this is it, whatever. I'm just going to live off of like 40,000 grand for the rest of my life. Like, this is so dumb. But the more I read the books, the more things started to kind of shift for me, right? And I really did open up. And I looked at all of the materialistic things that I own, and I'm like, holy shit, Caroline, this is insane. You live in a fully abundant life. You're just not realizing it, right? So I switched my mindset and I started practicing gratitude. And then all of a sudden, I don't worry about my bank account anymore, right? I know money is just coming in and it's going out. I barely look at my bank account. And it's such an amazing feeling, right? And I'm able to pay people. I'm able to tip people, right? I'm that person that will go and give you $100 for amazing service, especially in this day and age with everything going on and the restaurant industry just hitting it hard like they are. But I can do that because I have financial abundance. Is it the amount that I have desired for myself? Not quite yet, right? Because I have big, big, big dreams. But for me, those big, big, big dreams, financially, it still comes to, well, yes, I'll be making this much money, but look at all the women I'll be impacting, right? And that's the kind of mindset that you want to have. So you don't want to have any of this greed or lust or lack thereof feeling when it comes to money. You just want to be grateful for everything coming in, and you want to sing your little money dance. I love money and money loves me, right? So you pick up a penny on the ground and you hold it tight. Maybe not right now because of COVID, so maybe you're afraid you're going to get it, but you won't. And you pick it up and you hold it tight and you scream, I love money, money loves me. And you keep after this and you're grateful. You say, thank you, universe, for this opportunity, for this little penny, because this little penny can mean so much because energetically, it's $1 million, right? Think like that. And I know you will be able to change your finances around. But if you keep thinking in a stressful financial state, you will always remain in a stressful financial state. You will never have financial freedom or financial abundance like you're dreaming of if you don't get out of your stressful financial state and mindset. Okay? So that is really what I wanted to talk about when it comes to money mindset. So this was like a shorter episode, but that's totally fine because our interviews have been kicking butt and some of them have been going over 30 minutes for sure. So I'll try to keep these guys short, sweet, and to the point. And that's it for now. I hope you love our interview this week. I know you will. We've got another ambitious woman for you to learn from, to be inspired from. I know I had a blast. I always have a blast. And like I said in the beginning, if you could just take 30 seconds to rate and review this podcast. It would mean the world to me because it will allow me to get my voice and inspiration out to more people. So thank you so much, everyone. Have an amazing day, and I will talk to y'all soon. See ya.
Thanks for listening to this episode. If you got some value or just feel fired up, I would love for you to take a screenshot and tag me in your Instagram stories. It's always so motivating to see you getting the inspiration you needed to level up for my podcast. I'm going to keep showing up and bringing my best self to these episodes, and I encourage you to do the same. If you think a friend or family member would enjoy this episode, I would love for you to share the ambition. I can't wait to chat next week, but until then, keep being ambitious AF.